The Duke came out in 2020, is directed by Roger Mitchell and stars Jim Broadbent and Helen Mirren. And I'm very excited to give you guys my review for this movie, but real quick before I get into it, I'd like to say if you're new here, be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Help me build a nice community of people here. Now with that out of the way, let's get into this review. So The Duke is based on a true story about Kempton Bunton, who steals a portrait of the Duke of Wellington from the National Gallery in England. And this movie's a dramedy. It's got a lot of comedy and a lot of drama in it. And for me, both of them work. There's some great comedy in the last bit of this movie. I found in this movie Jim Broadbent brought a lot of the comedy in this movie, and Helen Mirren's character brought in a lot of the drama part of this movie, and they were both great in it. Jim Broadbent especially really stood out for me. He was very funny in a lot of these moments, especially in the final bit of the movie. It takes place in a court, and it was just hilarious, some of the stuff he was doing. He was the real standout for me in this movie, which is good. He was the main character. And Helen Mirren as well was great. She had some moments that made me laugh, but she was more the emotional, the drama part of this movie. The plot in this movie is pretty straightforward. Jim Broadbent's character needs money. He wants money to, help other people, as he says, and he ends up stealing this painting and sends ransom notes to the police to try and get some money, and he'll give the painting back. So it's pretty straightforward, but it's a lot of fun. This movie, it's not trying to, win any awards or anything. It's just meant to entertain the audience, and I think this movie succeeds at that. It's a lot of fun. Like I said, there's a lot of funny moments, especially in the end, but even throughout there's some good moments, like once Jim Broadbent's character's got the painting and he's brought it back to his house. There's a funny moment with him and his son. This movie also has a twist in it. If you're not familiar with the actual story in real life, there's a twist in it, which I wasn't expecting, and I thought it was handled very well. The way they told the story at the start and you didn't see that twist coming, then they have the twist and you're like, oh, okay, I see how that happened. So that was really good. All the performances in this were really good. There's a really cool Easter egg in this at the end of the movie. For those of you who enjoy the James Bond movies and have seen all of them, mainly Dr. No, there's a moment in Dr. No's lair in the third act where they're about to go have dinner, and they're walking up these few steps to the dining room table, and there's this painting beside the stairs, and Sean Connery's James Bond sort of steps back to take a look at it, and that's the painting that's taking place in this movie, and it has this gold frame around it, which in the movie was taken off of the painting and was never found again. So yeah, that was a nice Easter egg, and I've seen that scene multiple times in that movie, and I never really understood why he was looking at that painting like that, and I figured it was a painting that was stolen and he found there, and so now I know more exactly what painting that was. It was the Duke of Wellington from this movie. It's that painting, and it's got the frame that was never found again. So that was really cool to see. I really like that moment. So yeah, this is probably going to be a really short review because there's not much I feel like I can really say about the Duke other than it's just a fun movie, which is great. Like I said, it's not doing anything groundbreaking to win awards or anything. It's not bad at all. It's a really good fun movie. I highly recommend it. That's pretty much what I got to say for this movie. It's just fun. It doesn't really do anything that I'm like, oh, that was bad. It's just fun. It's got a lot of comedy. It's got some drama in there too. Great performances, especially from Jim Broadbent. And it's just, if you're into the British comedy, you probably really like this, because it just felt like a very British story. Even though it's based on a true story, it just felt very British in a good way. So if you're into that, I'd highly recommend checking out this movie. I would give The Duke an 80%. So everyone, stay tuned for some of my upcoming reviews. I'm hoping to watch Parade tonight and have a review up for that hopefully tomorrow, if not the day after, as well as soon have a review out for Diamonds Are Forever in Season 4 of Stranger Things. So stay tuned for those, and until my next review, take care everybody.